Breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met. The backfield runs through the contact and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. Now the track. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. You're not done yet. We got 6 more, coach.
Right, that's all.
What is up, my pitchfork lunch peeps? How is it hanging today? As it is Friday, however you want to break it down, it is Friday. And don't worry, we do honor Pat Tillman. You guys know this every Friday, without doubt. But I am Michael Carrasino at Diablo00 on X, artist known as the Twitter. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, the wonderful world of IG. You can go there. It's at michael.caratinudo.5. And you can check it out there. You see my name, just go Michael and add a little dot, and then Caratinudo.5. And watch it live on IG, guys. But also go to the wonderful world of YouTube, because you can watch live on YouTube. Which is absolutely awesome. You should be able to do that every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. But you can also, it is a little today, but yeah, we got our pass run on. That's all right. We got long sleeves on under this. We'll go from there. But anyway, don't mind me. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Yes, kids, Google Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Anyway, but yeah, go to YouTube, guys, and watch live. But and also subscribe, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews that we have had here on Pitchfork Lunch, whether it be with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, longtime alum, older alum, like absolutely phenomenal alum. Ooh, we're gonna move real quick, my peeps. The moving studio, the ever-moving studio, in which we can plug in and all that good stuff. Yes, but we can do all that. So yeah, we're on the move. But anyway, yes, go to YouTube, guys, and subscribe away, because like I said, it is so worth it. All the people that you would get to see. Plus, you can watch the shows if you haven't watched season 1 and season 2. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you. But except for you being here now, season 3. So again, we are going to keep rolling in season 3, so you can binge watch season 1 as you keep watching season 3, and then give yourself a little bit of space, and then binge watch season 2, and then be all caught up before the end of season 3. In the middle of the spring, you'd probably be caught up, because again, why wouldn't you want to go all through and around Pitchfork Lunch, insiders, coaches, players, all that we've had on, and we're going to have more. Hey, next week, look, football play Colorado this week. It is all about CU. We're going to have some awesome guests next week. Going to aim for having a Sun Devil Hall of Famer, and just one of the most ginormous people I ever stood next to in college. One of the first times I was in the elevator in the athletics building, and Juan Roque was standing next to me. And man, you look at it, like 6'7", 6'8", just yoked. And yeah, it was pretty awesome to see him. But yeah, I reached out, and gonna aim to I think we're gonna do it Monday or Tuesday, but either way, we'll see what he can do. But yeah, so you want to subscribe, watch live on YouTube, but you want to subscribe just in case you miss it. And guess what? Then you can sit there and you'll be able to watch it. Go back and watch it. But yeah, I mean, it is so worth subscribing on YouTube. Be interactive, be a part of the show too as well. But go to YouTube, watch live, and subscribe. You know how to get to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratinudo. And my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. And speaking of champs, guys, well, women's volleyball, yes, guess what? They have the chance to be back-to-back Big 12 champs, outright Big 12 champs. You know how I feel about that tie junk. Tonight at Houston, 6 p.m., which is an hour before the hockey game tonight. So again, you can watch women's volleyball game, but 6 p.m. and then yeah, 6 p.m. They take on Houston and they win. They are the outright, like I told you yesterday, they are the outright Big 12 champs, back-to-back seasons. Boom. Again, electric. And we talk about it, and man, it's just awesome. And we're going to actually hear from women's hoops. Well, it's absolutely awesome. Before I get to that, but I mean, Houston again has only won one game in conference. They're not overlooking them, and it's awesome that they're going to win it. It's just a bummer that they can't wait till this coming Wednesday when they take on Cincinnati. Yeah, that is pretty much a bummer. But that it's not at home. But either way, it's not a bummer because back-to-back Big 12 champs. It's on. It's there for them. And again, they are not overlooking this team. It is not in Coach Van Niel's wheelhouse vocabulary, as analytical as he is. We've talked to him. It's just awesome. So, yeah, Big 12 have a chance to win the Big 12 once again. First 2 years in the Big 12. And, yeah, hashtag our conference. When it comes to volleyball, now we gotta but yeah, so that's awesome. Because speaking of volleyball and women's hoops, obviously they have a game Saturday as well, like I told you, at 2:00. But we'll hear from obviously Coach Miller yesterday, but we'll hear from Marley Washington, who again transferred from Pitt. Was a 5'7" guard, and talk about obviously playing in Desert Financial Arena, the magic, the volleyball, the connection. She actually, when we caught up with him the other day, she was actually talking about that. So I definitely want to get to that. We'll hear from Marley, as like I said, they play tomorrow. Yes, Saturday, as they are 4-0 versus UNLV. So that's a 2 p.m. game tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, it's it is again very, very cool. Very cool for them to see that. But and it's a Thanksgiving food drive, but also there's going to be a petting zoo. So if you get there early, and I showed it yesterday, obviously the Burmese python will be there. The porcupine will be there. They had, what was it? The little armadillo that rolled up. That's how you rolls up. It's just insane. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, we got that going. Or they have that going. But yeah, UNLV, it'll be just absolutely awesome game, as again, UNLV has been dominant in their conference, and they it shall be they've been obviously to the tournament. So Coach Miller, again, looking forward to the test. And then They play Saturday, and then they play Tuesday. They play Tuesday. And then Friday next week they play Little Rock at 10:30 on Friday. So yeah, that's and then Saturday at 6:30 next Saturday, Southeast Missouri State. So Thanksgiving tournament that's here. So yeah, they have Little Rock and Southeast Missouri State. But anyway, UNLV first. That is tomorrow, 2 p.m. DFA. Get out there. Again, bring the kids. You got a little. You see the petting zoo in the morning. The awesome animals that they will have there. Again, be careful with the porcupine, but there's experts there, so none of us have to worry about that. And like I said, men's hoops last night got the victory, guys, over Hawaii. It was absolutely awesome. Started at 10 here, but it was only 7 o'clock there. So they are 4-1 overall now as they put up 83 points. All their wins have something in common. Well, 3 of their 4 wins have something in common. They score in the 80s. But yeah, 83-76 over Hawaii last night. And again, full disclosure, I watched 3/4 of the game. I got through the first half and literally the first 10 minutes, the first half of the second half. And went back and had to watch the last 10 minutes this morning, which is fine with me, as you guys know. It doesn't matter to me. But Bryce Ford last night led the team with 20 points. Mo Odom had 15. Or wait, hold on. Bryce Ford had 20. Pig Johnson had 16. Mo Odom had 15. Masamba Diop had 10. And then Santiago Truitt had 6. Oh, sorry. Alan Mukeba had 8. Truitt had 6. And then both Trevor Best and Noah Musin had 3. And then Marcus Adams Jr. had 2 points. The Devils last night were, they shot 22 from 62 from the field, 42%. All right. 3-point field goals, they were 7 for 19, 37%, getting at that 40% mark. They did have a lot of free throws, though. Glad to see that. They had 37 attempts with free throws. The problem is they were 24-37, shot 65%. Again, on the road, you can say, hey, it's only 5%. But, yeah, that a lot of times can be the difference between winning and losing. They had 26 points in the paint. They forced turnovers. They had 8 turnovers. Hawaii had 17. They forced 17 turnovers. So they were +9 as they only had 8. But Hawaii had 17 turnovers. And they had a little low, but 14 points off turnovers. Still, it's 14 points. 8 second chance points, 17 fast break points. Bench points, 32. Again, solid. The score was tied 10 times, 3 lead changes. The largest lead was 7. But, you look at that again. The free throws, that's got to be – they were 8 for 13 in the first half, and then they had 24 in the second half. So, look, forcing the issue. Threes aren't going. Again, 7 for 19, 37%. Not bad. You take 19 threes. In this day and age, think about in the past how, late 90s, early 2000s, you took 23 what? That's just insane. For Hawaii, Isaac Johnson, though, led their team with 23 points. Oh, what I wanted to say, too, is that Mo Odom, who had 15 points, also had 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals as well. Masamba Diop had 10 points, and, he had 5 rebounds. He did have 4 fouls, so that's why his minutes were around 20, just about 24 minutes, 23-38. But he did have 4 fouls. He did block a shot and had a steal as well. So, yeah, I mean, you have 4 guys in double figures. Bryce Ford, Mo Odom, Masamba Shop, and Pig Johnson, who 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals as well. I mean, the team had 11 steals. So 11 steals for ASU, forcing 17 turnovers. That you love to see. Hawaii, from the their percentages, I mean, they shot 46% from the field. They were 25 of 54. They were atrocious. 6 of 20. See, that's my point. 6 of 23. They were 2 for 10 in the first half. They only took 13 in the second. Well, they took 13 in the second half, but they were 4 for 13. But yeah, 26% from 3. Yes, the Devils just won by 7, but nonetheless, that's a win. But they did shoot, and they were at home. And I say you better be at 75%. They were 20 for 26 from the free throw line. They were 7 for 11 in the first. But in the second half, 13 of 15, 87%. So, yeah, that was a combined of 77%. So, yeah, I mean, that's 75, almost 80. You like seeing that. They did have 38 points in the paint, though. That's a little alarming. 38 points in the paint, but ASU still beats them 83 to 76. ASU had 26 points in the paint, but still, that's quite a bit. But yeah, Coach Riley and team, absolutely awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to, again, hockey taking on number 3 Denver tonight at 7, tomorrow at 5. Volleyball again at 6 tonight in Houston. Who knows? Maybe they get back in time. Maybe they get back in time because that's. Oh no, it's 6 o'clock here. It starts. I thought it was 6 o'clock. Usually it's 4 o'clock here, but nonetheless, or 5 o'clock here. Sorry, Houston's only an hour ahead. But yeah, it'll be 7 o'clock in Houston, which is 6 o'clock here, which is an hour for the hockey game. I don't think they're going to win in 3 and get back to come to Mullet Arena to show off the Big 12 championship. Who knows? Maybe they stop by the DFA tomorrow, like I said, for women's hoops, and they have the Big 12 trophy, which would be phenomenal. So, yes, we're going to take a break. We'll talk again, number 3 hockey taking on, or number 3, or hockey taking on at number 3 Denver NCHC foes. We know what the Denver's first Denver series did last year for the Devils, how it catapulted them guys. Coach Powers, again, this team, love the passion, the speed we saw that we've been seeing, getting healthier guys, integrating back into the lineup. Absolutely awesome. So we'll step aside. We'll talk hockey. We'll talk football. We'll hear from Marley Washitz from Women's Hoops. All that. Again, it's Friday. It's a party day here for Pitchfork Lunch in Sun Devil Nation. So we will have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up.
Audio Jungle.
All right, sorry about that. We are back here on Pitchfork Lunch, and I am Michael Caratuno at Diablo00 on X, formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys all know. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, my wonderful world of IG at michael.caratuno.5, the YouTube channel. Watch live and subscribe so you can get all caught up, because why wouldn't you want to be in the know and all caught up in phenomenal Sun Devil Nation? Yeah, why would you not want to? So yes, go to YouTube. You know how to get to YouTube. You see my name. It's at Michael Caratuno, but my page is at Emerson Michael V is in Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC 005 on YouTube. Yeah, so go there again, go to YouTube and subscribe away, watch live and subscribe again, and forks up, by the way, to the new subscribers. So yes. But yes, now we are going to hear from Marley Washenitz, the Sun Devil, the transfer that came in, and again, just her energy again, and Coach talked about her more than once. We heard it on the sound yesterday, but yeah, just talking about obviously getting ready for UNLV, the team so far, being 4-0, but just this early season being in with Sun Devil Women's Hoops being in Sun Devil Nation. So we got to catch up with her. So hence, I will play that interview. We will play that right. Oh, actually, it would help if it was here. So yeah, I will get that right in for you, because it kind of helps. I mean, I could repeat it to you, but I mean, come on. As thrilling as that might be, it probably wouldn't, serve the same. So yes, without further ado, here is Marley watching this after practice yesterday when we saw some obviously animals. She was part of holding that Burmese python. So yeah, all this good stuff.
The team has bonded through trips at SeaWorld.
Yeah, I mean, we were gone for about 5 days total, I think, and just traveling together, I mean, there's so much that you do together, there's so much that happens that just creates memories that you're going to remember outside of this. If you think back, years later, I'm not going to probably be able to tell you the score of our Santa Clara game, but I could probably tell you, some memories that we had at the airport or that we had at SeaWorld, and those are the things that we really care about and that matter here. Obviously, the wins are great, and that's why we were there. It was a business trip first, don't get me wrong, and they were both great teams, and they were both great tests, and so to be able to come out of there with 2 wins and on the road against 2 good teams, San Diego, first-year head coach, they had a chip on their shoulder, and they came in striking, and then Santa Clara as well. We were up big, but they didn't care. They came back swinging. And so to be able to see our response, I guess, especially in the Santa Clara game, was really awesome, and it was a test that we kind of needed as a team. So just really glad to see our response and our maturity and just be able to get the wins.
Coming into this game this weekend, what's been the mindset in the locker room, in team huddles? What's going on right before this big matchup?
Yeah, I mean, UNLV is a great team. Up until now, they're probably going to be our best test. That's what the coaches said, at least. And they have lost, I think, their past 2 games, so they're going to be coming in not wanting to lose a third. I mean, they're a great team. This is probably the first time they've lost 2 games back-to-back in 5 years, they mentioned. So, I mean, they're coming in ready to win. They're probably tired of losing, and we understand that. So they're practicing probably really hard, but at the same time, we're going to try and match that and practice as hard, and we're going to try to play just as hard. And they're a great team, don't get me wrong, and I know especially because Kenna's from there, she transferred from there. The last thing we want her to do is get beat by her own team, because that's the last thing I would want. So we're going to definitely play for her for sure. But no, UNLV is a great team, and excited to play them.
How do you compare, ASU now to what you experienced at Pitt, and what feels, familiar and what feels completely new?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot. There's a lot of new and a lot of old, to be honest. I mean, basketball, it's such a fun game because you get so much out of it. On the court-wise, I've learned so many new things and so many new terms, and that's why I always say I'm so jealous of the freshmen and the youthfulness of them, because they have so much to learn under such a great staff. Like, I loved my time at Pitt, and I cherish it, and all the coaching staff I've had through my 3 years and all my teammates I've had. I still talk to some of them honestly day to day and text them happy birthday or whatever it is, or congrats on a win. But being here with the staff, I've definitely felt like they've helped me develop in such a short amount of time, more than I've ever been developed, honestly, in college. So to be able to get that development not only on the offensive side but defensively too, it's been great. And like I mentioned, the level of care here is just off the charts. We do, like you mentioned, the SeaWorld, the snakes. I mean, we've seen probably more animals this week than I've seen people.
Having navigated high-stake decisions, just you talked about the freshmen, what advice would you kind of give to them and some of these high school athletes looking to recruit, like about making big recruiting choices?
Yeah. I mean, when I first committed to West Virginia, it was my sophomore year, and looking back, obviously I regret it because of how things played out, but at the same time, I wouldn't change anything. I'm super grateful for my opportunities that I have now and what I'm in, because I'm so blessed and people pray for where I'm at now. So I would just say really just follow your gut. When you're going through the recruiting process, it's really exciting. You get a lot of eyes, you get a lot of attention, but at the same time, like, take it in. You deserve it. Like, you worked so hard for this moment, and I think the freshmen have been really great about that. I think they're both, like I said, so mature to where they're not probably how I was as a freshman, where you're like super anxious and like amped up and you want to get everything right, to where they're just, they've act like they've been here before, and I love that about them because, I mean, they're great. But I would just say enjoy it. It goes by so fast. I know everyone says that, but now that I'm a senior, it's so different. And I mean, so much love for them, and they have such a great place to be for the next 3 years. So
How does your dog, I mean, we know you have a little dog.
Yeah,
does your
yeah.
dog like Arizona comparative to, the East Coast?
yeah, I think
Big
he
difference.
does. Personally, I like it better for him because I don't have to worry about him coming in the house with wet feet, although it is raining recently. But yes, I don't have to worry about him like going out and using the bathroom when it's all muddy and now I have to clean and everything like that. But no, he's loved it. He's made a lot of friends. One of our other teammates, Elle, she has a dog too. And the dog community out here, it's so funny. It's such a big thing. I don't know if it's just Arizona or just like the area in Scottsdale or like Tempe area, but it's so funny because even my apartment complex has like an app, and on the app you have like dog dates where you can like set up play dates for your dogs. I haven't done that yet, but I was like, it's so funny to see the innovation out here. And I mean, people talk about, the #1 innovation school, and there's a reason they say that. But no, I mean, I think he's loved it. This summer was probably the hardest, as it would be for anybody, but it's fine because he got some nice shoes, so he probably wasn't too mad.
When Paula came back as quick as she did and then played as well as she did, how much of a boost was that just to the team?
Yeah.
To see that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was awesome. She's a dog. She's a tough player, and everyone knows that. She's hard-nosed, and she works, super hard. So to see her come back like that and so quick, I was just personally super happy for her. She's battling, obviously, something that she didn't want to be in, but at the same time, she didn't drag her head and pout about it and have people feel sorry for her. She was like, no, I'm going to get back, and I'm going to get back to where I was. And I think she really did not drop off to where she left. And so just super proud and happy for her because she deserves it, and she's been working so hard, and there's no one else that I could, ask for to be playing with me for my senior year.
Your coach, she said that you remind her a little bit of herself and called you kind of the motor that keeps this team running. Is that kind of your goal when you came here, to kind of step up as like the role model and as the leader for this team?
Yeah, I mean, growing up through basketball and all my life, I've always just found myself in that leadership role, and I think it was just because I kind of led by example, and people tended to just follow that. And that was because of, okay, you're in the gym working hard. Well, if you're working hard, my spot's getting taken, so I need to work hard. And just kind of setting that example of helping people understand, like, whatever you do in the dark is going to come to light. And so to just have the staff trust in me, it means a lot. I think the relationship that we've built has led to that trust. And so just being able to play for them, and like I mentioned, I'm always going to trust in them. They have the knowledge from top to bottom. You have Coach Glove, you have Abby, you have DB, you have obviously Coach Molly. They've all been winners at some point, and they're all so knowledgeable about the game. So, I mean, if you don't trust them, you're crazy.
I know Coach obviously always talks about like defense and like playing hard, and you guys start practicing obviously in the fall, and so you're getting it in practice, but I know it's only early through 4 games. So how do you feel the chemistry like on the court communicating, at least like defensively so far? I know there's a way to go, but I mean, has grown just in these 4 games, finally getting to play.
Yeah, like you mentioned, there's so much room to grow. I mean, there's always going to be room for growth in everything you do. But I think defensively, she's engraved that from day one. I think we honestly were working on defense before we put any plays in. So I guess that kind of told us where like we stood within our offense and defense. But we are very aware of that too, like in the games or even in practice when things aren't going well, we're like, hey, like it starts on defense. And, you know, if we get a steal, that's an easy layup and 2 points, and all of a sudden the momentum's different. So we're very aware of our defense drives us at times and motivates us. And it's a really exciting style of play to watch and to play in. So I'm just super excited, and the aggressiveness fits me perfectly because I'm a super aggressive, sometimes too aggressive, if you don't know already. So it's just really awesome to see them pour into that side of the game, because a lot of times it's just coaches want to just outscore the other teams and stuff like that. And the defensive side just goes a little bit unnoticed. And for me personally, because I am so defensive minded, it gets like aggravating. But with this staff, you don't ever have to worry about someone taking a play off on defense.
But with that, you're saying, and again, obviously this day and age of being offense, but like your guys' communication, obviously in games, who do you feel? I mean, how do you feel you guys have grown as a group?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, communicating on the court's our number one thing. You can't do anything on the court without communicating, you know, especially within our defense we play. We're trapping, we're turning, we're leaving our man to go double. So, like, you can't not communicate that, because if you go double and you don't communicate to everybody else, well, there's a wide open three or wide open layup, and now everyone's mad. So the communication piece has been great. And I think because we have such maturity across the board, and like I mentioned, our freshmen, they're freshmen, but they're not real freshman. And like even Eloise said she's a sophomore, but she's so mature and so good for her age. So I think just because we have the maturity across the board, and we're all very savvy basketball wise, and we all understand the game a lot, especially watching film and getting in with each other and learning each other's games, it's helped us a lot. And understanding how each other are motivated and how you can communicate to certain people opposed to others.
Do you think, is your team, you yourself, your teammates, do you connect with what's happening with volleyball, and is there sort of a connection because you're both women's sports? Yeah,
I think as athletes you want to, like for me personally at least, I want to mingle and like talk to other athletes and pick their brains about stuff too, because we're around each other so much. I mean, we were together for 5 days straight, 1 day off, and now we're back together for every day. So we're with each other a lot. So I think when we can get the chance to support other people and pick their brains about, you know, we have a Big 12 championship on the volleyball side and possibly back to back, you know, why not pick their brains? They're winners. And why not be around them? You are who you surround yourself with. So to be able to just be an environment, especially on a woman's side too, I mean, obviously we have football too, don't get me wrong, but to be able to connect to other women in a space that you're able to understand and to grow with is really, really awesome.
They've sprinkled a little magic in this arena for you too, right?
Yeah, they did for sure. They left a little sprinkle before they took off to Colorado. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, and Marley Washington is talking right there about how, you know, I said, I mean, obviously, even energy in the interview, which is, again, not that I think she would be monotone and boring. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of play that Coach Miller's talking about, the energy, but she's like the communication. And, you know, Coach Miller mentioned yesterday, Martina Fantini, who did an interview in Italian yesterday or the other day, too. It was awesome. I actually understood most of it, good amount of it, but yeah, she did. One of the reporters actually did it in Italian, so it was pretty awesome. I kind of thought about that, but if everybody doesn't understand, why would I want? I don't want to. And basically, I guess I'm being a slacker because that means I'd have to type out every single question and answer and have it be strolling across. So yeah, but. I digress. I mean, you know, and she's saying, I mean, it's early on, but man, their motor is just absolutely money. I mean, like I said, you look at the schedule. I mean, they got into it. They had Santa Clara came charging back, but they won 82-77. I mean, they've won. They're 4-0. They beat Coppin State 67-53, and they turn around and beat Eastern Washington 73-58. And then they beat USD on the road, 79-47. And then Santa Clara, which they're talking about a close game. And, Coach Miller mentioned that, how this team, living and dying from the three was Santa Clara. It was 26-19 ASU after the first quarter. And then it was 50-37 at halftime because they outscored them 24-18 in the second. So you have 50-37. But in the third quarter, little stumble. Santa Clara outscored ASU 20-12. And then both teams scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. So you're up by 13. Wait. 15. Oh, yeah. So hence you win by 5 because you got outscored by 8. You outscored them by 13 in the first half. You got outscored by 8 in the third. And then even in the fourth, so 82-77. But Gabby Elliott played 38 minutes, had 20 points, 5 assists, 1 steal. Oh, she had 20 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Did have 4 turnovers. But yeah, she had 20 points, and then McKenna Brackens led the team in scoring with 23 points. So she was 7 for 17 from the field, didn't take any threes, but 9 for 12, very solid from the free throw line. And she had 23 points, 11 boards, 2 assists for McKenna Brackens, and yeah, so we had 23 for Brackens, 20 for Elliott, 14 for last year, Poa, her first game back, 3 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, but 7 for 7 from the free throw line for last year. But yeah, you look at the percentages the Devils were, they shot 30-65. So it's 46% from the field. All right. They only took 9 3-pointers. They were 3 for 9. They shot 33%. They had 48 points in the paint though. So they only took 9 3-pointers because the paint was wide open. And I love how they took advantage of this because, hey, they might do it later on in the season. They might just, chuck threes, keep chucking threes when if the lane's that wide open. But they forced the issue, forced the tempo. 48 points in the paint. 14 points off turnovers. The Devils forced 19 turnovers. But yeah, so ASU though they did have 19 turnovers. That was a little much from what Coach Sam said. Yeah, 19. And Santa Clara, well, they only had 11 turnovers, so that's what helped. The 3-pointers helped get them back in the game. Is again, they were 14-44 from 3. They shot 44 threes. And you heard Coach Miller saying yesterday they were going to live by it and die by it, and they made it charge. Late in the second through the third, but still 44 threes. They shot 73 field. They were 28-73 overall, 39%, 38% from the field. So. Yeah, that's not going to win you too many games, right? As you guys know. So we want to get them in there. But, guys, hockey, 2 nights, 7 p.m., Mullet Arena. Denver will be here, and they are the number 3 team in the country. They are 8-3-1 overall. So far, again, they've played they tied Air Force. And Denver won in a shootout. Then they lost 6-0 to Bentley. And then lost 4-3 to Lindenwood, then turned around and shut Lindenwood out 4-0. Trash Boston College 7-3. Was at Northeastern, lost 1-0. then was playing Alaska Anchorage, and they lost 4-3 in overtime to Denver to Alaska Anchorage. And then the second night they played them, of course, they beat them 6-0. And then Western Michigan came and they won 3-1. They beat Alaska Anchorage 6-0. Then they took on Western Michigan and they won 3-1 and 6-3. And then they took on Colorado College, obviously, conference foe. Colorado College, they won 2-1 in overtime, and then they won 3-2. And now they come here to Tempe tonight, 7, tomorrow, 5, to take on but yeah, I mean, you look at the early season stats, by the way, and you'll see. But yeah, ASU, was allowed 43 goals. Goals scored, ASU is ASU is 8th as they have 35, but Colorado College has 36, St. Cloud State has 38, Miami has 39, so they're right there, and only Omaha's behind them with 31. Assists per game, Western Michigan. Shots on goal, ASU 30.25 average, so they are 5th. But yeah, I mean, you look at again, Arizona State allowing 43 goals, points per game. Also, shot percentage, ASU is 5th as they have 363 shots. I don't know. It's 10%. I mean, you look at the number of shot wise, that was them. And then for Denver, I mean, penalty kill. Denver is number 2 there, 879, and ASU's 4 at 813. So special teams going to be huge. Power play for ASU there, 4th. I mean, they have 59 attempts. They have 14 goals. Penalty minutes, Denver has 102. Let's see. That puts them. Face-off win percentage, though, is one thing. Denver, ASU's at 524, and they are fifth. Denver is at 494 at seventh. So again, just some of the awesomeness that you will see tonight at Mullet Arena. You should go. I'm telling you, you got to get out there, and get out there early, and then just tune into the women's volleyball game. Hopefully, they put it up on the. Jumbotron. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they can, but I mean, I'm sure they can. I don't know if they're able to, but whatever. Either way, at some point, I will be watching that at 6 p.m. just so you guys all know. But yeah, and then football tomorrow. Oh, I am so stoked for football tomorrow, guys. How can you not be stoked when you look at their uniforms and who's on the helmet? Oh, Sparky is on the helmets, my friends. So very, 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 very stoked for that. Sparky's on the helmet. And Colorado, like I said, they are 3-7, as we know. You guys all know that. We've talked about it. And Colorado's 3-7, and they have had some damn close games. And when you think about it, it's one of the, it's one of those things where Kansas was like that last year. I mean, it's the same as, when Kansas came in here, and that was a damn close game. So when you look at it, it's one of those things where Colorado, like I said, right now is 1-6 in conference, 3-7 overall. But yeah, I mean, U of A blew them out. That team down south. But yeah, they lost to Georgia Tech 27-20. Then they beat Delaware 31-7. Lost to Houston 36-20. They beat Wyoming 37-20. And then lost to BYU 41-24. Then they lost TCU 35-21. But Iowa State 24-17. Oh, they got the win. Colorado upset them. They lost to Utah 53-7, and then Arizona 52-17, and then West Virginia they lost 29-22. They were in that game against West Virginia, and West Virginia, I want to say scored maybe not crazy late, but I mean, I think they ended up stopping. They ended up obviously stopping Colorado, but I think they scored a little bit later, and Colorado had a chance to tie it up. But so yeah, I mean, you look at obviously the Arizona and Utah games were bad, but Iowa State they win. TCU 35-21, but they're like 3 plays away, penalties away from making something happen. And then Houston 36-20. So, and Georgia Tech, who's rocking it, they lost 27-20. I mean, it's and then we look at where Colorado's at conference-wise as a team, both offense and defense. Total yards, Texas Tech still still leading. They're not as high as they were, but 481 yards a game, almost 482. Utah's got 477, basically 478. Baylor's got 464, which is crazy. These are all crazy numbers. Cincinnati 472, BYU, and then it drops to 416. BYU's fifth in yards, but BYU's fifth in yards a game, and then ASU is eighth at 401.2, and then Colorado is 15th as they're at 331.8, but Oklahoma State is at 305.2. So Colorado's got that, and trying to chase down K-State, who's doing 355 yards a game, 354.6. But when you look at this, when you look at, I was going to say defensively too. Defensively, when we look at sacks, ASU's second with 27. They're tied for second. Utah's got 27 as well, but Texas Tech leads the Big 12 with 33. ASU is in second with 27, and Colorado they have 12 on the season, so not really getting the pressure on the quarterback lately. A little bit more, but just in general, not getting that pressure on the quarterback. So that's interesting. And then when you look at yards allowed, that's crazy. Texas Tech is first in total yards offensively, and then they're first in also yards allowed. So 266.1 a game they're giving up, and they have 220 or 215 more per game that they average. So yeah, that'll get you a lot of wins, as obviously they have, but they did not win here in Tempe. Just remember that. What am I gonna say? Yeah, so but yeah, total yards a game, ASU is seventh as they allow 343.4 yards per game. Again, could be a little bit better. I mean, they could still chase down. They can still chase down UCF and Houston. Yeah, I think it'd be tough to chase down Utah unless somebody goes absolutely nuts on Utah the next 2 weeks. But yeah, then we look at, but yeah, individually, by the way, yeah, Sawyer Robertson and Baylor's thrown for 3,210 yards. And then you have Josh Hoover of TCU, 2873. Noah Fafita, the school down south, 2494. Rocco Becht of Iowa State, 2230. And then Brendan Sorsby of Cincinnati, 2218. Sam Levitt was the 1,000. He'll finish the season with completing 60.7% of his passes, 1,628 yards that he threw for. Yeah. But yeah, Levitt finished. He's still 13th, but with 1,628. Jeff Sims is at 566 yards. He's at 19th, and he's thrown 5 touchdowns to just 1 interception. Has Sims, who has also rushed for a few touchdowns, as we know. So, but tomorrow, guys, the uniform. Oh, it's so awesome. As as they are wearing the Sparky. Sparky on the helmets is the white jerseys. 6 p.m. kickoff. Is that right? Pretty sure I got that right. Let's see. Yes, 6 p.m. kickoff from Folsom Field in Boulder, and it'll be on ESPN2. So, again, and also 98.7 FM on Arizona Sports. You check it out there. But, guys, my prediction – well, first, my prediction is Sun Devil Women's Volleyball beats Houston in 3 tonight, wins back-to-back Big 12 titles, forks up to that. But we'll recap it, review it on Monday to, make sure it happens. But yeah, 6 p.m. tomorrow night, ESPN2. Again, they got the white jerseys, the white helmets with Sparky on it. Absolutely going to crush it. And then obviously the team down south next Friday. So cannot wait for that. But obviously, first things first, need to stay in the mix. They're still in the mix. Again, talked about who needs to win this here, but yeah, the Devils. But yeah, again, Texas Tech, if they were to lose tomorrow, ASU would jump them in a tiebreaker. BYU, I mean, nice for them to have 2 losses too, to put them in the mix of a tiebreaker. Utah, we would love them to lose a game. Houston, we definitely need to lose a game. So they have 3 losses. But they have, again, TCU and Baylor. So let's go Horned Frogs. Let's go Bears in that case. And let's take care of business, ASU. Finish, 7-2 in conference, 9-3 overall, and see how that goes. But, yes, and they are number 25. Oh, yeah, by the way, the college football playoff rankings, Texas Tech is 5, BYU's 11, Utah's 12, Houston's 23, and the Devils are 25. So that's the college football playoff rankings. You know how I feel about some of these teams. The Devils should be the highest ranked 7-3 team, hands down, because you show grit, you show you can win, you can make, you might get down. You don't blow everybody out because you're not playing, the teams, half the SEC is playing this weekend. But look, Colorado, 6 p.m. tomorrow night on ESPN2. So again, check it out. If you're in Boulder, hit me up. Let me know if it's going to be a hockey tonight. Please hit me up. Let me know at Diablo00NXR, something known as Twitter. My IG, Michael.Carrasino.5. YouTube, again, Amazon Michael V is Victory Season Champ 005. But I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a phenomenal weekend. So glad you joined me, guys. We got to hear from Marley Washington from Women's Hoops. They have UNLV at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So, again, just a phenomenally busy, great day and weekend. And we'll see if we get to crown a Big 12 champ tonight. So, again, I shall see you tomorrow or Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, possibly with Juan Roque. Yeah, I'll get you out there. I'll let it know. We'll see if we can make it happen. But yes, I will see you Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Again, watch all Sun Devil sports, volleyball, football, women's hoops, hockey. It is all here. It is all here for you. So, nonetheless, have a phenomenal weekend. I will see you Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, from reigning Big 12 champs and soon to be back-to-back Big 12 champs in their first 2 years in the Big 12 women's volleyball. It is hashtag our state. Team down south, yes, we did own you. It is hashtag our state. You guys know it. Go Devils, but you guys also know this. As always, have a great weekend and forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag. 3rd down and 5.
Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again.
Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt three right on the money.